Hey vMixers, Tony Pacheco here. Today I'm going to show you how you can use your vMix PC as a basic video playback machine, similar to a Playback Pro machine on a show. So to do that, we will open up a new vMix show, and here's the default show that pops up. It's two blank inputs. So first thing we're going to do is add a list input. That's how we will run our videos. So over to list, add, I'll add a couple of clips right here, open, and off we go. Just going to move that over to the preview window and open our list window. And first thing we'll do is get rid of this auto next thing. We do not want that. While we're here, we can rename our clips just to make it easier to reference during a show. So clip 1, and I'll do clip 2. We can also add more clips at any time to this list simply by clicking the add button and selecting a couple more clips. You can also open a window and drag and drop them right into your list view here. So open those, and again we'll just rename these for simplicity's sake. Clip 3 and clip 4. Oops, let's spell that right. Clip 4. Okay, so those guys are all named. Now you'll notice that whatever clip is in the gate is bolded. The font is a bit bold, so here clip 1 is bold. If I was to double click on the next one here, it becomes bold, and you can see it here in the gate. Clip 3, and so on and so forth. Next thing we're going to do is write a very simple script that will take care of moving to the next clip once we've finished playing the first video clip. So settings, scripting, we're going to add a script. We're going to call this next item, and the script is simply function equals next item, and you have to be very careful with that because these are vMix functions. And the input equals list. That's the name of our video clip input. So save that. Looks like there's no errors. Close that. I'll just test it out real quick. So you see that clip 1 is the current clip in the gate. So I'm just going to run that script that I just wrote, and you see it takes us, clip 2 is now the next item. Start it again, and clip 3, you can see that it's in the preview window. So that script is working just fine. Okay, so let's get back to here. Now the next thing we're going to do is add a couple of very basic triggers on our list input. And these are actions that will happen once a clip is finished playing. So on completion, we want to fade over to our blank input, and that's that one there. What that does is that when the clip finishes playing, it just takes a fade over to that input. The next one we're going to do again is on completion, but this time we're going to trigger that script that we just wrote. So I'm going to start the script, and that script was called next item, and we are going to add a 2-second delay to that. So essentially, once the clip is finished playing, and all the clips are on that same input, so you only have to do this once. Once it's finished playing, two things will happen. One is that it'll do a fade, a 1/2 second fade, and the other thing that'll happen is that it'll wait 2 seconds, and then it's going to flick over to the next item on the list, the next clip. Okay, so that's that part there. And then finally, the last thing I'm going to do is add a simple keyboard shortcut so that I can just use my space bar to hit play on the clips. So just add a shortcut. I'm going to use my space bar. There it is. And it's going to be a fade. And I'll do a 1/2 second fade. Okay, now incidentally, and I didn't do this for the script, but you could also do this for the script. If you make this a local shortcut, that means that these shortcuts and scripts would only be activated or available on this particular show. As it stands right now, this will be universal. So if I open up a new vMix show, I'll have this shortcut available to me to use. So that's what that is all about. So that's ready to go. So I'm going to hit OK. And now I'm sitting on my clip number 1. The director calls for the first clip. I hit my space bar and the clip runs. Now this is a 35-second clip. I'm going to take it to the last few seconds here. And what should happen is we should have our fade. And then a couple of seconds later, it loads up our next clip in the show. So we're sitting on our next cue. Director calls for the cue. Go clip 2, space bar. It plays. And we'll take it to the last few seconds. And it'll fade to black. And then it'll flip over to clip number 3. And that is how you can use your PC and vMix as a very basic video playback machine.